I am an idiot. This was the conclusion my mother drew about me when I was 7.
60 and 200?
My twin brother Noah, with an IQ of 200, the perfect prodigy. And me? IQ of 60. I'm just the genetic garbage on her parenting resume. Even though I did better than Noah in school. From that day on, my mother poured everything into Noah, all for that IMO gold medal.
Sweetheart, bring that gold medal home for Mommy. Prove to everyone that my theory of inborn intelligence was right all along.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll definitely get first place. I won't embarrass you like that idiot. In Mom's eyes, only a smart kid makes her a star parent, so she can sell her concept innate intelligence determinism. But a moron like me belongs in the shadows and do endless chores. But was Mom's theory of innate intelligence determinism really true? Finish my test. Breathe a word to Mom, I swear I'll kill you. A lot of the problems Noah couldn't figure out, I did for him. That day, it took me just 2 minutes to crack a problem he'd been stuck on all day. I thought I finally had a chance to prove myself when I heard Mom's footstep.
Noah?
Afraid of being discovered by Mom, Noah kicked into the back of my knee. I crashed to the ground, reaching for the notes. The doorknob turned. He instantly slipped into victim mode. Mommy! Leon stole my answers, copied my work, and now he's trying to hit me! Mom, no! I wrote this!
Shut up! A cheating, troublemaking retard.
I wasn't giving up. On the Christmas Eve test, I solved every problem right in front of them. He couldn't figure out, so he started pulling his usual crap. Noah cried. Mom rushed out, aching for him.
Noah, what's going on?
Mom! He pinched me and forced me to switch test papers with him! No! Mom, I swear I didn't! You can check my handwriting!
Noah has an IQ of 200. Why would he copy anything from you?
On that snowy Christmas Eve, the three of them were enjoying a big feast, a happy family together. Thank you, Mom. It is so delicious. I love you.
My little genius deserves all of this. Just bring home that first prize for Mommy.
And I could only be locked in the freezing basement, starving. Mom said you don't even deserve a spot in the competition. I leaned against the icy wall, my stomach cramping from hunger. Mom, one day, I will prove to you too. I can also earn this honor for you, just like Noah.
I spent my childhood drowning in contempt and accusations. But even then, part of me still believed that if I became better than Noah, she might finally see me as her son. Every day, between chores, I'd dig Noah's discarded IMO papers out of the trash and teach myself from his scribbled notes. I organized these into notes and kept them hidden on me. Until that day, while I was kneeling on the floor scrubbing, the notebook accidentally slipped out. Noah snatched it away. When he saw the densely packed formulas, he panicked. Then he tried to destroy my notebook and ran straight to Mom, acting like I was the problem. Mom, Leon hit me. He said he was going to take the exam and make you look like a joke in front of everyone. The moment she heard Noah cry, Mom rushed downstairs. All she saw was him bleeding.
Noah, are you all right?
Mom, don't be mad at him. He just wants you to notice him sometime.
No! My notebook! I wanted to pick it up, but Mom thought I was going after Noah.
What the hell is wrong with you! An IQ 60 piece of trash should stay home where he belongs! And now you not only want to take that exam, but you also hit your brother?
Mom, please! I figured them out on my own!
You can pretend all you want, but you'll never measure up to Noah!
Mom, please believe me. I can win the Olympiad. I really can!
But like always, Mom never listened. She just stood there and watched my notebook burn to ashes. But she never believed me. She crushed my hope like it was nothing more than a stain that needed to be erased. That's when I saw Dad. Dad, please, just talk to Mom, Dad. But deep down, I already knew Dad was never going to stand up for me.
Stop upsetting your mother.
Get out! And don't come back until you've learned your lesson!
That's when I finally understood. It didn't matter how many problems I solved. In this family, I would always be the broken kid nobody cared about. Mom, I want to eat your homemade roast chicken today.
Of course, my little genius.
If they refused to see the truth, then I'd make sure they couldn't ignore it anymore. The day of the IMO, Noah walked out the front door, carrying all of Mom's hopes with him.
Make me proud, Noah. Remind the world what excellence looks like.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll bring the gold home. But I was trapped in that house like a prisoner. Before getting in the car, Noah looked back at me like he'd already won. Second by second, the clock kept moving, and with every tick, I got closer to missing the exam. Mom, the exam's about to start. Just open the door, I can still run there in time. Please. But she acted as if she didn't hear my pleas at all.
Go back to the basement. Don't push me.
Just when I was about to lose all hope, my homeroom teacher showed up at the door in a panic.
Professor Eva, Leon is a once-in-a-generation math prodigy. These are his exams, all perfect scores.
But Mom didn't believe it at all.
Mrs., don't joke around. He's nothing but a low IQ loser.
If you'd ever bothered to show up to just one parent-teacher conference for Leon, you wouldn't be calling him a retard. You are destroying a genius.
I know my son better than anyone. He's always relied on cheating and cheap tricks to get attention.
I watched him write this with my own eyes. Why can't you believe in your own son?
Enough. Have you ever seen anyone with an IQ of 60 become a genius? Now please leave my house and stop encouraging his delusions.
Professor Eva.
The moment the door closed, her expression turned completely grim. To her, I was never meant to be a genius. She thought I'd somehow teamed up with the teacher to fool her.
Now you've stooped to this? Teaming up with outsiders? I'm cursed to have given birth to a disgrace like you!
I didn't fake anything. Let me take the exam. I'll prove it to you.
In your dreams!
She grabbed my collar tightly, trying to drag me to the basement, but I was already too tall and strong for her. She couldn't budge me at all.
What are you still standing there for? Get him down there!
Dad.
Even Dad, the master of pretending not to hear or see, became her most obedient accomplice.
Do you have to provoke her? Get downstairs. Now!
My mom got me a thicker chain.
Let me out, Mom! Let me out, Mom!
You stay right there. I'll deal with you after Noah wins the gold medal. Don't even think about getting out!
I was bolted into that dark prison, and every desperate struggle I made was utterly futile. then I have every reason to fight my way onto that stage and show them all. Fighting through the biting pain, I dragged myself out through the tiny window, crashed into the snow, and ran as fast as I could. Mom heard the noise and came storming after me in a panic.
Stop right there! How dare you run from me! Open this door right now! You are not going into that exam!
I could hear her screaming and pounding on the door behind me, but I never looked back. I knew she'd never let this go. I had to move faster, faster. I had to take that exams. But when I finally arrived, I was a step behind. The moment I threw the doors open, the entire room stopped stared. I ignored those cameras and looked directly at the head examiner on the stage. Please, you have to let me take the exam. My mother locked me in the basement to keep me from coming here. I barely escaped. Noah immediately jumped out, pretending to defend the rules while stirring everyone against me. Head examiner, you can't seriously allow this. Late is late. Every person here worked hard and showed up on time. Why should he get special treatment? That's unfair to the rest of us.
Hearing that, a murmur of complaints started spreading through the room.
Exactly. Rules are rules. This is so unfair to everyone. Noah had gotten exactly what he wanted. Security, he's seriously disrupting the exam room. Get him out of here. I forcefully shook off the security guards, facing all the cameras, finally exposed my mother's true colors to the world. I didn't want to be late. It was my own mother. To prove her innate intelligence determinism, she locked me up in the basement, depriving me of my right to take the exam. And at that moment, every wound on my body became undeniable proof.
Oh my God! How can there be such a cruel parent?
This is outright abuse! Seeing things go south, Noah tried to pin the blame on me. Don't listen to his lies! He's been tested. His IQ is only 60. All of his grades were cheated and copied. My mom only locked him up at home because he's manipulative and compulsive liar. Suddenly, the atmosphere in the room changed. How can an idiot be allowed into the IMO exam room?
Look at him. He must be mentally ill.
Time was slipping away. Mom could show up any second. I was running out of time. You're so convinced I'm a fraud. Fine, then lock both of us in a transparent exam room. Let everyone watch. Noah broke out in a cold sweat, stubbornly clinging to the competition rules. No, the exam is already over. But the room erupted in deafening shouts. Showdown! Showdown! The head examiner agreed.
To ensure fairness, the glass examination room will be open. Prepare 2 backup test papers now.
The door was locked. Noah knew better than anyone. He could never surpass me. I knew he was already on the verge of breaking down. No time to savor his meltdown. Mom would burst through those doors any minute. I needed to end this before she did. I skipped the rough work. The answers went straight onto the paper. Time ticked away little by little. Blood cacked on my skin. Only 10 minutes into the exam time, I put my pen down and stood up. Everyone froze. He's already done? Noah still wouldn't give up. He accused me of scribbling nonsense, trying to get it thrown out ungraded. He must have just scribbled nonsense. Seriously, Leon, you can keep pretending all you want, but it doesn't change what you are. Don't waste everyone's time. I ignored Noah's sarcasm. Just ignored Noah's, stood there in silence, waiting for the grade. Noah's arrogance swelled when I didn't respond. Leon, isn't that what this whole pathetic act is really about? You want mom's attention that badly? Fine, you can have it. Just stop humiliating yourself in front of everyone, okay? Everyone was stirred up again and began to denounce Wa. Seriously, are you just wasting everyone's time here? What a phony! You're making a mockery of this exam! And at that moment, a piercing sound of brakes came from outside. Mom chased me all the way to the exam sheet. She spotted me immediately and lunged forward to grab me.
You disgraceful waste! Who the hell gave you permission to come here? Get back home right now!
Too late. I've already turned in my paper. Hearing this, Eva became even more furious and frantic.
Shit! Do you want the whole world finding out that one of my sons has an IQ of 200 while the other's a complete idiot?
Leon, just listen to your mother, okay? Come home with us and apologize to her properly. Don't make this worse.
I didn't dignify them with a look. I just stood there in silence. My indifference ignited her.
Unbelievable! Noah! Finish your paper! Show him who's the real genius here! What is it, Noah? You finished already?
Yeah.
Grade it, examiner. Leon, this is the last time I indulge your nonsense. From now on, you are no longer a part of the Alpha family. Take a good look at the score, you idiot.
Leon, this time you've really gone too far. I don't think there's anything I can do to help you anymore.
It didn't take long. The scoring screen lit up with the results. Everyone stared in shock at the scores on the screen. Full marks! Leon scored full marks!
No way, this can't be real.
No, this is impossible. You're an idiot!
That perfect score was about to shatter her reputation as an education expert, developing his potential. She's afraid of what he could become.
Professor Eva, he's clearly a genius. Why did you lock him up?
The genius in IQ 200 only scored 7 points, while the idiot scored full marks. Your innate intelligence determining is complete bullshit?
I thought they'd finally admit they were wrong. But I forgot. They are masters of twisting the truth. Mom! My stomach hurts so much. He must have poisoned me. He stole my scratch paper too. He threatened me. Noah's words gave my mom the perfect chance to divert attention.
Stop filming! He definitely stole the exam questions in advance, and now he's even poisoned his brother. This is his plan to destroy me.
Professor Eva, regarding the allegations of cheating and poisoning, we must immediately check the surveillance and call the police.
That won't be necessary. I am the world's top education expert. I know exactly what kind of person he is. He's a born bad seed.
She wanted to bury the truth by locking me away in a psych ward. But I wasn't that terrified little boy she could control anymore.
Oh, shit!
As I ran from the arena, there was still one pathetic little hope I couldn't let go of. That maybe, just maybe, they'd come looking for me. No one cared if I was dead or alive. To them, my disappearance wasn't a tragedy. It was just one less problem to deal with. That was when my heart truly died. From now on, I had no family, no home. Completely alone.
Years later, after clawing my way through hell, I became the academic legend known on Wall Street as Professor L, and the hacker god Zero in the dark web, who struck fear into the heart of capital. And now I'd been invited back as the guest of honor for a global academic summit held entirely in my name.
Professor L, it's an honor for all of Wall Street to have you here. Sasha, you'll stay with the professor the entire day. Make sure he's impeccably taken care of.
Of course. Right this way, Professor. I'm terribly sorry, Professor L. I've got a bit of an emergency here.
That's quite all right. I'm happy to wander around on my own. Little did I know the mother and son who'd never taken me seriously were already scheming to lash onto me.
Noah, you have to become Professor L's disciple today. If we can attach ourselves to him, I can use his reputation to push my agibilintwins to a whole new level.
Don't worry, Mom. He is just some academic nerd. A few sweet words from me and he'll be wrapped around my finger.
How ironic. The man they were falling over themselves to impress was none other than the son they had thrown away.
Leon, this is an academic summit. How did you sneak in here?
Hearing this, Noah quickly edged closer too.
A defective product dares to stand here? Are you here to clean the trash from the venue?
You even know where you are right now? Get out! Immediately!
Perfectly well. What surprises me is that they let you through the door. Noah hadn't changed a bit over the years. He fell right back into his old routine.
Come on, Leon. Today really matters to Mom and me. Please. Otherwise, once Professor L gets here, they're not just going to ask you to leave. You understand, right?
Get lost.
Oh, Leon, why are you pushing me around? Because I'm going to study under Professor L?
The two of them played off each other perfectly, instantly drawing everyone's attention.
Dressed so shabbily, he probably snuck in here to freeload, right?
This is Professor L's welcoming banquet, and you dares to run wild and bully people here. Security!
With people backing her up, she became even more brazen.
How dare you lay a hand on your brother? Apologize to him right now!
Bully him? I'd find it too dirty for my hands. Refuted by me in public, Eva's face turned livid.
Drop the innocent act. I know you're here to ruin Noah's chance with Professor L. Take the money and get the hell out of here.
She thought this little money could buy my obedience, but the fortune she pursues is nothing more than a number to me.
You ungrateful little bastard! Security! Throw him out!
Leon, take it out on me if you want. Just please, stop upsetting Mom like this.
Professor L will be here any minute. Get him out of here before he ends up offending the professor.
Are you sure?
Did you really think we'd allow someone like you, a pathetic little parasite, anywhere near Professor L's summit?
You'd better not regret this.
Security! Stop! What are you doing?
Miss Sasha, someone is causing trouble.
Yes, I sincerely apologize. He is my son, and his IQ's only 60. I can't let him disrupt the conference. Miss Ava, watch your tongue. The person standing before you is the main figure of this summit, Professor L.
My identity openly revealed, but my mother and Noah only took it as a colossal joke.
Mrs. Sasha, are you joking? An academic titan of Wall Street. How could he possibly be this retard I've known for over a decade?
Exactly. The real Professor L must be a learned elder scholar, not a pathetic loser like him.
The guests started whispering among themselves, their attitudes wavering.
Sasha is the chairman's daughter. She has no reason to lie.
But he's too young, and the way he's dressed. I'm afraid Sasha might have been deceived.
Just when the whole room was at a standoff, the giant holographic screen in the center of the hall suddenly lit up.
Everyone, the selection threshold for Professor L's one and only final disciple is to solve this calculation problem.
As everyone took in the problem, a collective gauss swept through the audience.
My God, look at this problem. It's all advanced level math. Stochastic PDDs, Freund inversion indexes, characteristic functions under the Hilson model. This is beyond anything I've ever seen. It's impossible.
As expected, a bunch of incompetence. And Eva, seeing everyone hesitating, pushed Noah out, afraid of missing the opportunity. Unfortunately, Noah's shallow skills could never hold up against a real problem. Even then, Mom was still standing by Noah's side, encouraging him, believing in him, choosing him like she always had.
Noah, focus! Breathe and keep writing. You're the genius I personally raised. You're the genius I raised with my own hands. Don't end up like that pathetic fraud over there.
But Noah still hadn't lifted his pen. The audience was already full of Jews.
If you can't do it, then get off the stage!
Nonsense! My son has an IQ of 200!
Having savored enough of his pathetic embarrassment, I calmly ascended the stage. Seeing me step onto the stage, Eva immediately lost all emotional control.
Security! Drag this idiot down! He's ruining my son's concentration!
Get down from there!
Under her instigation, many in the audience joined in to heckle and try to drive me off.
Get down from there! Don't make a fool of yourself in Professor L's venue!
I ignored all the noise and insults, turned to face the giant screen, and directly began to write. The Wall Street tycoons who had been full of contempt just moments ago were now all standing up in shock.
How is this possible?
As the final stroke fell, the system gave its final judgment. After 1 second of dead silence, the entire venue erupted into deafening cheers and applause.
Incredible! He solved it instantly! He really is Professor L!
These people's attitudes completely changed.
Absolutely incredible! You are definitely Professor L. Please forgive our rudeness just now. Professor Eva, you didn't even your own son is Professor L? You nearly made us offend Professor.
Everyone was fanning over me, but Eva refused to accept reality. Feeling the walls closing in, Noah started lashing out again.
Everyone, don't forget Sasha is the organizer. She must have taken a fancy to this pretty boy and leaked the exam questions to him.
Eva immediately backed him up.
That's right. I stake my academic reputation on it. He's been stealing exam questions since he was a child and even drugged his own brother. This born liar and defective product could never understand any of this. This is cheating!
With her guarantee behind it, these people felt they'd been played.
So he's just a pretty boy who cheats off women? How shameless! I can't believe I gave my card to a fraud. Get him out of here, now!
Making accusations without a shred of evidence? You can talk to my legal team then. Miss Sasha, don't listen to him. We're trying to help you.
With the support of the crowd, they grew even more desperate to drive me out of the venue.
What are you standing there for? Throw him out! Don't let him soil the summit's floor!
You can't afford the consequences.
You damn fraud, still talking tough?
Throw him out!
Who dares?
Sir, you're finally here. It's this imposter pretending to be Professor L, and he even deceived your daughter.
This Wall Street Tylan was completely enraged.
Professor L, I apologize. These idiots disturbed you. Please forgive us.
No, this is impossible. He really is Professor L. No. Sir, you must be joking. I had him tested. His IQ was only 60. He's intellectually disabled.
I don't know what ridiculous test results you got, but Mr. Leon is the one and only Professor L of Wall Street Academia, and you will never, in this lifetime, have the chance to be his disciples. Selig's declaration completely cut off any escape route for these capitalists. To protect their own interests, they immediately distanced themselves from this mad woman.
You imbecile! You nearly got us all killed! What damn education expert? She's a complete and utter lunatic!
These capitalists who were just cursing me out were now all bowing, hardly daring to breathe.
Professor L, we were all deceived by that madwoman. We had absolutely no intention of offend you. Professor L, what shall we do with her?
Impossible. You're a defective product. How could you possibly understand those formulas?
As I expected, my genius brother made the most predictable, instinctual choice he could to save himself.
Leon, I'm sorry. It was all Mom. She forced me to do everything. Please forgive me.
Faced with this sudden betrayal, Eva's expression froze. The son she'd always been most proud of had betrayed her without a second thought.
Noah, what are you saying?
Leon, I'll do anything you say. Please forgive me. Ugh.
Disgusted, I kicked the worthless piece of trash aside and looked at Eva. Is this the perfect genius you raised? The coldness of the celebrities and her own son's betrayal shattered Eva's world.
Shut up, you useless waste!
But this incredibly arrogant woman still refused to admit her own failure. For all these years, she'd kept this verdict on my life with her, using it as the ultimate proof that her genetic theory was correct.
He's a fraud! Look clearly. This is the most authoritative scientific data there is. He is a defective product with an IQ only 60. He is an imbecile! It's impossible then to understand all mortals!
Watching her completely lose control, I felt nothing but pity. I used Zero's authority and took over the entire banquet hall network. I would use the very science she was so proud of to completely shatter her ideals. Then take a look at this.
On the screen, it began to play the hospital's internal security footage from 10 years ago. Back then, the testing equipment had short-circuited. The motherboard had burned out. To cover up the medical accident, the doctor made up a number.
No! It was just an accident! Even if that number was fake, you never received any education.
On the screen, my true IQ test report appeared. My real IQ far surpasses Noah's. I walked up to her and looked down at her. The scientific data you believed in your entire life? Did it never occur to you that it could also be wrong? You poured all the family's resources into Noah, expecting him to prove your ridiculous theory. I could have been your opportunity. But you threw it away. The conviction she was so proud of had turned into a complete joke.
I was wrong. I was wrong about everything.
Glaring red blood sprayed across the lavish floor of the ballroom.
The surrounding elites, faces full of disgust, all backed away. But I wasn't done with her yet. Are you drowning in regret right now? Regretting that you cast aside a real genius?
Leon, Mom was truly wrong. I didn't know about the report.
Even if that report was real, so what? Does an ordinary child not deserve a proper education? That justified you locking me in a basement and torturing me for years? I stripped away her last shred of dignity.
No. I did it for the family. I'm an education expert. I had to be responsible.
You are no education expert. You are nothing but an extremely selfish egoist. You never loved your children. You loved the idea of what we could do for your status. Her noble persona was publicly torn apart by me.
Denies her own son's schooling, yet still parades around as an education expert. What a joke.
The immense shame completely drove her crazy.
Shut up! All of you, shut up! My theory is perfect!
The surrounding elites looked at her with icy stares. She finally recognized reality, that she had lost everything. So, she placed her very last hope on me.
Leon, you are my own flesh and blood. Please, come back. I swear to you, Mom will throw Noah out immediately. He'll get nothing, absolutely nothing. All the family resources, every penny from now on, all yours. Mom will give you everything to make it up for this.
Even at this point, she still thought she could buy love with money. Do you honestly think I still need that?
Professor L, also known as Mr. L. Knight, who tops the Forbes capital list, is a legendary genius of fountated finances. The spare change in his account is enough to buy out 100 alpha families.
From the moment you locked me in that basement, I've had no mother. Having ended it all, I left the banquet hall. Bodyguards cleared the way ahead, keeping the so-called elites pushed off to both sides. I thought all the trash had already been cleaned up. But I'd underestimated just how shameless this family could be. For 10 years, my father had watched me suffer, had the nerve to show up at my door.
Leon, my boy, it's been so long.
His face was full of greed, trying to use cheap blood tines to cozy up to me.
About what happened back then, I had no choice. You know how your mother is.
You've always had a place in my heart, Leon. Always. We're family, aren't we, Leon?
Listening to him try to manipulate me, I felt nothing but extreme disgust. No choice. I saw right through his hypocritical act in an instant. Your inaction had nothing to do with her being overbearing. It was because you believed that IQ test too. To both of you, I was just a worthless trash. You allowed her to lock me in the basement because you thought the same as her, that I was a retard. Don't use her as an excuse. You're nothing but a cold-blooded, silent accomplice.
No, it's not like that. Leon, you've misunderstood, Dad.
I didn't want to hear another single word of his nonsense. Security, throw this man out of the building.
Leon! You can't do this to me! I'm your father! Leon!
Sever all of the Alpha family's funding chains. I want them left with nothing.
Leon, let me explain.
In less than an hour, the court's liquidation team had surrounded the Alpha family mansion.
The Alpha family's funding chain has collapsed. All assets are to be seized immediately.
Without financial backing, this respectable family collapsed in an instant.
Don't touch my certificates! I'm a top clear education expert!
All her fancy academic credentials, completely worthless once the bankruptcy hammer came down.
At least leave us a little to live on!
Shut up! Get out right now!
Let go of me! No!
The once high and mighty perfect family was now swept out like a pile of trash.
Professor, the assets have all been zeroed out. They're homeless now.
On the surveillance feed, the three people were huddled in the freezing, bone-chilling snow.
But the Ivy League academic elite just issued a joint statement.
On the screen, several old guard academic elite titans were being interviewed by overseas news.
They publicly contemned Eva's behavior, but they're still clinging to innate intelligence determinism. They claim the nobility deserves better education resources, and they're jointly boycotting the Dawn Education Project.
To them, commoners don't deserve any educational resources. Eva has fallen, but the arrogance of this class hasn't changed one bit. The real cancer is the self-righteous elite class. Since they're still clinging desperately to genetic privilege, we'll go and smash that set of rules to pieces. After going bankrupt, this family could only hide like rats in the stinking alleys of the slums. She desperately clutched the only gold necklace left on her neck, the final shred of her dignity.
Mom, give me the necklace!
My necklace!
Mom! Didn't you always say you loved me most? And you're just gonna hold that stupid necklace and watch me die?
Get lost! It is mine now!
No, my necklace!
Eva's dignity was completely shred. She waited to die, surrounded by stinking garbage. But in this capitalist world, the most poisonous weeds are always the hardest to uproot.
What a pitiful stray dog. Ms. Eva, the Capitol believes your theory. It's just that the hospital's data had a tiny discrepancy. Put on this dress. We need you as a spiritual leader to completely snuff out the path to education for those stupid commoners.
Capital needed a tool for mass indoctrination, and Eva, desperate to reclaim her pathetic shred of vanity, willingly swallowed the viper's bait.
I accept! I knew it! I knew my theory was right all along!
To completely shatter the class barriers, I formally established the Dawn Education Foundation. This would be a knowledge revolution that would overturn the entire world.
Leon, this public education plan is a magnificent undertaking. This is my personal 100 billion investment agreement. Please, take me as your disciple. Let me join your plan.
Welcome to the game. The old capital's retaliation came faster than I had imagined.
The Dawn Foundation is an absolute joke. We will soon hold a global quantitative competition to completely crush those poor people's delusions.
On the screen, a familiar figure appeared.
I will serve as the competition's chief mentor and prove to the world that only the pure blood genes are worthy of mastering the most advanced knowledge. Those lowly commoners don't even deserve the right to compete. They used their privilege to block out the commoners and even repackaged her as a spiritual leader.
Fancy packaging can't disguise a hollow core.
Where are we going?
To the slums. Let's find the talent we need and break their rules. They think the slums is nothing more than a landfill. But they will never understand that extreme conditions of survival often forge the most resilient minds.
He's deducing Howard's high-level quantitative model?
And it's an optimized algorithm with extreme variables added. He figured all this out from scavenged books?
Who are you? Trying to steal ideas again?
In this place, a suit represents endless exploitation.
Don't worry, we're here to...
In this godforsaken corner of the world, any words of explanation are useless. Strength speaks, words don't. With a few lines of code, I perfectly closed the loop on the model he had been groping toward.
How did you do that? Can you teach me?
Looking at the boy's excited eyes, I pointed at the oil-stained brick wall. Algorithms have no class. Whether written on a top corporation screen or a stinking brick wall, the result is the same.
But those rich people have supercomputers, the best education resources. We're still starving. How can we ever win?
It seems capital's indoctrination has been very effective. They use high education barriers to make the poor look down on themselves. They can monopolize computers and books, but they can't monopolize your brains. Other people's words mean nothing. Effort is the only weapon to shatter prejudice. I offered the outcasts of this world a chance to rewrite the rules. The elite hosting their biggest quant battle yet. Do you have the guts to come with me and stomp those Pompeius bastards into the dirt?
There's a spark in the gutter now, and it's catching fire.
I'm in. We're with you. Time to show those assholes what we can do!
Over the next 72 hours, that stinking scrapyard became the hardest core geek headquarters. This was the moment the underdogs stopped begging and started declaring war.
A few days later, the world's highest-level quantitative competition officially capped off.
The venue was resplendent and magnificent, packed with capital tycoons and media reporters.
And Eva, wearing that borrowed haute couture gown, sat high above in the center of the judges' panel in the role of chief mentor.
It didn't matter to me. Alongside Sasha, I gathered these children of the slums and marched into a coliseum reserved for the wealthy.
Halt! This is an elite arena. No beggars allowed.
I have a pass.
Apologies, Professor L. Come in.
Eva looked disdainfully at the group of slum teens behind me.
You think dragging these nobers into our world makes you a revolutionary? It just makes you a joke. Go ahead. I love watching cockroaches scramble before they get crushed.
I ignored Eva completely and led the teens straight to the competition seats. Sit down and keep calm. Use code to shut them up. Algorithmic crushing. It begins now.
A giant red countdown lit up on the holographic screen. The competition officially began.
They saw brute bout code and figured we were amateurs.
They don't even understand basic quantitative models. Pathetic amateurs. They should be ashamed.
By the time they realized their mistake, we'd already eaten their lunch.
Impossible! Their code is running twice as fast as ours!
We didn't play by their rules. We played by the rules of the street. And in seconds, we shattered the rhythm of capital.
Quick, cut off their processing capacity. We absolutely cannot let them win.
The server processing power's been cut off. The system's barely crawling.
Run back to your mom. This is no place for you.
However, limits are just invitations to people like us. Textbook formulas eat up compute. Use that set of variable code you wrote in the underground garage. Bypass it. They thought we needed power. We just needed our brains. Brains don't crash.
They're injecting extreme variables into the model. Our standard trading model is out of control. No!
Luke's code, like a virus, madly desoring the entire system's data streams. He stared at the soaring data on the screen. The moment Luke hit enter, the data on the holoratic screen shifted violently.
The system has completely crashed.
We didn't just beat them, we schooled them.
We won! We won!
Can't be. Capital always wins. My theory, it can't be wrong. It can't!
She rebuilt her reputation brick by brick. But it took only one broadcast to reduce it to rubble. We didn't celebrate loud, we just looked at each other and knew.
Kill the broadcast! Now! If this gets out, we're finished!
They lost fair and square, so they flipped the board.
The kill switch was pressed, and the giant venue instantly plunged into complete darkness.
We've had a critical system failure! Data corrupted! The match is canceled! Security! Clear the hall!
Howard wanted to use this dirty tactic to forcibly erase their defeat. But I already had a plan for this. Trying to destroy the evidence? You are too late. What appeared on the screen was a top-secret file.
Look at the screen! This is the elite you're so proud of! The models they just used is built on ideas they bullied out of those gutter commoners.
They built their ivory tower on the bones of the very gutter trash they despise.
Academic fraud! This is a massive scandal! Get the cameras on them!
Eva looked at the big screen and finally understood an even cruelest truth.
You never believed a single word of my theory. You were just using me as a firewall!
When the truth projected on the giant holographic screen, the cameras know exactly where to turn. The 100-year legacy Howard had painstakingly constructed shattered entirely in that one instant.
You lied to me! You said my theory was perfect!
Shut up, you useless waste!
The moment the cover-up crumbled, Howard tore off his mask and turned all his fury on Eva.
Strip off everything she borrowed, right now!
Let go of me! This is my gown!
The chief mentor, who had just stand above everyone else, was instantly reduced to her true self.
Take your stolen code and rot in prison.
Mr. Howard, you are suspected of large-scale academic fraud. Take him away.
Leon, you think this is the end of it? We don't lose! Capital never loses!
Howard was dragged into the light, but in his final gasp, he revealed the shadow that had been casting him all along.
With Howard's arrest, the venue descended into complete chaos.
They used her up and robbed her of what little dignity she had left. After losing absolutely everything, Eva started crawling back to blood.
Leon! Mom really knows she was wrong. Please take me with you.
Every last bit of what's happened to you, you brought it on yourself.
No! Leon! You can't leave me!
Let's go.
Come back! I love you!
Howard's downfall was just the beginning. The darkness hidden deeper was far vaster than imagined.
Leon, I found it. Howard's fraudulent patents, it all leads back to one address. An abandoned underground bunker.
I knew it.
I hacked straight into the bunker's internal network and ripped open Capital's dirtiest secret. The big screen flickered and switched to the top secret surveillance footage from inside the bunker.
Capital forced these geniuses to sign their lives over and took their passports, kept them like prisoners.
To squeeze out every drop of brain power, they injected commoners with excessive amounts of neural drugs. They burned through talent like fuel, churning out quantitative patents for the conglomerate.
These high and mighty bloodsuckers.
They see human suffering as a business model. So, we cut off their financial lifelines directly.
A few days later, the most influential overseas education investment summit was held in the Central Exhibition Hall.
Our latest quantitative patents will bring the fairest future to global education.
The devil doesn't wear horns. He wears a tailored suit and a microphone, and his pitch is always about making the world a better place.
Dawn Foundation. Welcome aboard.
With the two of you, there is no doubt we can change the world.
Take a good look at what your money actually bought.
Good Lord. What are they doing?
You're using human lives for quantitative experiments. Turn it off! Cut the signal immediately!
This is the future of education you were going to invest in?
I'm not signing. The contract is void.
Blood money doesn't wash off. No investor wants that on their hands. Staring at the shredded contracts, Zeke ripped off his mask entirely.
Security! Arrest these two! Shut them up immediately!
Clear the venue.
They thought their money was a weapon. Turns out it was just a shield. Shields shatter when you hit them hard enough. Leon remotely breached the bunker's firewall and wiped out every electronic lock.
We are not your slaves!
Everyone back off! Back to your seats!
Once rage suppressed to the extreme erupts, no armed force can stop it.
Get on the ground!
You are suspected of illegal prisoning and large-scale banned drug injections. You are under arrest.
Your factory of sins is finished. The destruction of the sweatshop crossed a line for the capitalists.
Uncle sent a message. The old chairman had a heart attack. I must return to the castle immediately.
No sooner I traced the true source of funding for the black market factory. Turned out the boss was just a dog on Sasha's second uncle's leash. When you hit their wallet, you hit their heart. Uncle used family ties to trick Sasha back to the castle and straightly turned her into a hostage.
Leon, you destroyed my factory, torched my income. Here's the deal. You bring those quant models, the real ones, to my castle, or your little disciple.
Half an hour later, I pushed open the doors of the castle.
You actually dared to come alone. Where's the model?
It is all here. Untie her. The uncle thought he had me by the throat. He couldn't wait to devour everything.
Decrypt it. Immediately.
Sasha stood beside me. Our eyes met. All we had to do was wait for greed to do its work.
Once I control this model, the global knowledge hegemony will be mine. The moment the progress bar reached 100%.
Boss, this isn't a quantitative model. This is a destructive virus.
Pull the network cable! Cut the system immediately!
It's too late! It slipped past the security system and seized control of our intelligent trading program!
What's stored in that storage drive is the irregular high-frequency trading algorithm I developed myself. Disguised as a steady profit trading template, this quantitative speculative strategy lures Uncle's trading system into heavy positions in inferior low-quality assets with super high leverage.
The accounts are being forcibly liquidated. We're being shorted at full position.
In just 1 second, the tens of billions of assets Uncle used to monopolize education resources completely vanished into ashes.
It's over.
Tens of billions of wealth instantly zeroed out. Realizing their employer was bankrupt, these mercenaries unhesitatingly lowered their guns. Algoritmic superiority renders physical weapons obsolete. I had secretly notified the old chairman.
Expel this traitorous scum from the board! No! My money! My empire!
Without drawing a blade, I wiped out every internal threat inside Sasha's family. Life and death, over and over. And this woman, gun in her face, never flinched. Not once. I took out a small black velvet box. It was a unique ring I had crafted from a first-generation quantum chip. We clawed out of the gutter together. You're the only one who made it all the way. Sasha, marry me.
Yes, I will.
After Uncle's downfall, Sasha and I set our sights on the final enemy. These offshore education slum funds, masquerading as global philanthropy, were plundering the intellectual output of the underclass.
They set up exorbitant tuition barriers, locking the poor into the underclass forever.
These people are the true masterminds behind class monopoly. Now the bill is due, and I'm here to collect.
Tonight, they're holding their annual charity gala on a royal cruise ship in the open sea.
Charity is just a mask. Capitalism's true nature is blood-sucking. Let's go. Time for the banquet.
The open sea at night. The Royal Yacht's ballroom blazing with light.
A 30 million donation, enough to build 10 luxury libraries in the slums. Yeah, right. Knowledge everywhere. To charity. Cheers.
Charity on their lips, thief in their hands.
Sasha and I, with the highest level invitation, walked straight through the front door and into the heart of the monopolist's domain. The conglomerate boss knew we hadn't come in peace. It's the Dawn Foundation. Activate the ship-wide physical signal jammer, now!
Take a crew, force them onto the deck, and throw them into the sea. Keep this quiet.
Yes, sir. Neat and ruthless. The entire cruise ship's network signal was instantly cut off.
Dozens of loaded guns were simultaneously aimed at us from the shadow.
You two, your evening ends here. Come with me. With the gun barrel inches from my face, I didn't take a single step back. They thought that would make me kneel. But he didn't know my device uses a direct low-Earth satellite link. Not his network.
Put your hands down!
In the instant before security could seize the device, I pressed the button. The cruise ship's security comms system erupted in a piercing screech.
What's going on? Why did the signal jammer fail?
They always think their walls will hold. They never consider what's coming through the sky. Straight down. No barriers. No escape. I overwrote the entire ship's firewall, turning this place into a giant holographic courtroom. Red data streams shot down from the dome like homing missiles, precisely locking onto each and every capital tycoon.
How can my accounts be public? The funding chain has been cracked. It's over. All over. Smash the screens. Smash every single screen right now.
They hid behind philanthropy. One data leak and the whole charade collapsed. Now everyone sees what I see.
Don't bother. Your filthy books are being live streamed right now, across over 100 news channels worldwide.
They were still making its final, desperate struggle. Outside the yacht, the deafening roar of a heavy helicopter blades through the night.
But their resistance was meaningless. All those numbers on the holographic screen. Now it's iron wrapped around their wrists in the real world.
Suspected of transnational academic fraud and money rendering. Take them all away.
The hunt is over, and the conglomerate is finished. Under the absolute computing power suppression of open source models, those academic titans completely crumbled.
An email from the highest overseas academic institution.
After the old powers collapsed, the Dawn system officially took over the global network. I connected tens of millions of discarded devices, building a decentralized computing power network. The supercomputers controlled by those plutards became completely useless scrap metal. Without computing power and funding, the highest overseas academic committee had no choice but to bend the knee. They agreed to open basic processing power to all commoners.
We agree to integrate into the Dawn project.
This is the Lifetime Education Honor Medal awarded to you.
At this moment, the commoners had finally defeated capital. Back on Wall Street, I looked at the resolution document with the wax imp on the desk. All along the way, only she has been by my side. Go make the preparations. We'll hold the award ceremony and our wedding on the same day. Time to end this. On the day of the awards and wedding, heavy snow was falling in the slubs. Without the protection of privilege, only the most savage survival instincts remained here.
Give me a bite! Just one bite! No, I am starving!
Noah, get more! Found this bread!
And then, the global live feed forcefully woke up the abandoned screens in the slums. Her clouded eyes were fixed on the images on the big screen. Outside the hall, a century-defining wedding was about to shake the world. All that power, all that status, and now they come crawling to us for compute.
Professor L, please allocate us just a little share of processing power.
We will provide whatever resources the Dawn Foundation needs.
This should have been mine!
I took Sasha and calmly walked toward the globally broadcast microphone. From today onward, the Dawn Foundation will provide equal quantitative computing power to every person. Technology grants no privileges. These open source models are available to everyone, equally. If you're willing to learn, this is where you start. I tore apart the rules that had them locked in. with my own hands. As long as you're willing to learn.
No! How can the poor learn these things? Genes determine everything.
Her lifelong faith crushed. Right here. Right now. Vision blurring, she watched me on the screen, adored by millions.
I know my son better than anyone. He's always relied on cheating and cheap tricks to get attention.
What have I done? Leon. Mom was wrong. Mom was wrong. No.
In the depths of utter rigor, she stopped breathing completely.
After Eva breathed her last, the starving father and son descended into pure animal. The price of evil came fast.
You are suspected of robbery and murder! Stay down!
You can't do this to me! He is my brother! He will never let you get away with this! Brother, in your dreams. Look, if he even acknowledges trash like you.
Reality escaped Noah. He went completely mad in prison.
This isn't right! I'm the genius! The one standing there should be me!
One sip, then on your knees, basin in hand, under me. Now.
He was a coward then. Now he's a coward with nowhere left to hide. A few months later, on the ruins of the slums, a sleek, futuristic education hub had risen.
1, 2, 3, 4.
These people, cast aside by society, had finally reclaimed their right to learn.
Look at this! The second layer nodes just opened up. The high-frequency trading model is live! This is algorithm that only Wall Street had before! Yeah!
He'd cracked a core algorithm puzzle and plugged straight into the highest level quant model.
Professor L, can we really beat those suits with hard work? Professor L, can we really beat those suits with hard work?
That beat-up coat that didn't fit, that pin. Staring at him was like staring into a mirror 15 years ago. Algorithms don't care where you came from. You want out of the gutter? Grit is your only weapon. That tower, the top, one day, it's for every commoner who never quit.
One day I'll be just as unstoppable as you. You'll see.
You can give them the match, you can shield the flame until it catches, but after that, the fire belongs to them.
Mum said you don't even deserve a spot in the competition.
Let me out, Mom! Let me out, Mom!
You stay right there. I'll deal with you after Noah wins the gold medal. Don't even think about getting out!
They forged those chains over centuries. It took one generation with nothing to lose to break them.
The final confirmation report for the coverage of the basic education basins.
Well done, my sweetheart. Beneath our feet, the city that never sleeps. It had finally surrendered, completely, to a new set of rules. Every one of those lights was a quant node, millions upon millions of ordinary people, computing in real time. The education barrier had been utterly shattered. The age of inherited privilege and monopoly ends here, dismantled by our hands. A new order rises. Cruel, perhaps, but fair.
Great scientist. Now, could you spare a little of your time for me?
The order of the new world has been established.